Motley. Josh Lillquist is our guest. He is the president of Online Trading Academy here in Denver. You can check out the website, it's tradingacademy.com. And Josh just gave out some information on how you can attend a class. And hey, there's a list of classes right there on the website. You can go check out and see which fits your schedule best. Their number, by the way, is 888 682 6466. That's 888 682 6466. So, Josh, you mentioned, boy, just recently the market did take a crash there a little bit. So, and when people hear that, I mean, what terms the word crash? I mean, it goes down a certain level, or what does that mean to everyone?
Yeah, it could be different for everybody, but I just want to go back to you mentioned our website. We have a lot of people that do go to the website to register for this free class. That website is investwithota.com, investwithota.com, and they can get those tickets there, and they can do it on their own. They can see the schedule, so it's real easy to see that. But you mentioned crash, and are we seeing a market crash right now? I mean, like you said, what is that definition? It's really different for everybody. But we did see a pretty large drop on Tuesday. I mean, quite frankly, for my YouTube watchers, I'm just looking at a chart right now. The S&P 500 on the year to date, depending on when you listen to the show here, is down about 18%. And on Tuesday, that was down around 3% or so in one day. So if you think about this, if somebody has $100,000 in the market just this year, if they're just in the S&P funds, they lost $18,000. So that's what's happening with the financial markets. And we're trained and conditioned to just put it to the wayside, just keep it for the long haul and let it go and just ride it out, right? Well, that's not what a lot of people want to do. And I've been seeing that a lot in these investing classes. People are like, okay, can I do things differently? So with markets going down, it actually has an opportunity as well. There's a strategy, it's called shorting, to profit as markets go down. And we introduce you to that and explain that in these investing classes. It's kind of tough to explain over the radio waves here, but we explain that actually the first part of that class that people have been getting tickets to on that first segment. But with this CPI number, which the CPI number is essentially the consumer prices for what we pay for things, and it accounts for the majority of overall inflation. And with inflation obviously continuing to get worse, things are getting more expensive for people. I was actually just talking to my parents this past week, and they said their groceries have doubled. Think about that for a second. People that are close to retirement or are retired, their money's not going as far. So as I mentioned that last segment, there are income strategies that are available with the financial markets. So you have obviously stocks, right? Everybody knows stocks, Scott. And that's what people want to trade. It's a great avenue for trading and investing. But people are trained and conditioned to, what's the term? Buy and hold stocks.
Yeah, right.
And if stocks are going down, that's not a strategy that's working. And actually, a lot of people have came to these investing classes have said, I've been buying stocks for years. I was doing well, but things have changed this past year. And that's what happens. So if you're trading stocks right now, buying and holding is a tough strategy because the market's going down. So as I mentioned, there's strategies called shorting to profit from down markets. That way, you're in more than just a one-directional strategy. Now you have two directions. Think of it as a car, Scott. You probably drove today, Scott. And I'm guessing, did you only drive in forward or drive? Probably
No.
probably not. You would probably drove in reverse to get out of the garage, right?
Sure.
So that's the same thing in trading and investing. You need forward, but you also need reversed. And that's what shorting allows people to do. So, I mean, people that want to learn about how to profit in down markets, like I said, we talk about that in these investing classes. They can just text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 free tickets for this investing class to learn more about shorting. But just continuing on with that. Now, with income strategies, there are also other assets available. So people that want to trade stocks, great. But it actually is very capital intensive because if you're going to trade more than 4 times per week, it's actually a law that you're required to have $25,000 in your account. And I'm sure a lot of our listeners just don't have 25,000 just sitting around waiting to be used. So
Right.
there's a way to be efficient with capital. Futures, forex, and options are those three assets. Let's start with which one do you want to hear, Scott, first? Futures or forex?
Let's do futures.
Okay, futures. So futures are like your commodities: gold, oil, silver, lean hogs, the S&P 500, the Dow, the Nasdaq. So these are opportunities for people to get in the market outside of regular stock market hours. Stocks are open 6.5 hours a day, 7:30 till 3 o'clock local time in Denver. Well, these are the futures market is open 24 hours. So it's roughly a 23 actually, but we'll call it 24 to make it simple. So that gives people the opportunity to trade and invest at night. Now think about this, Scott. Most people work during the day. It's tough to trade and invest at work. So they have that opportunity to have that income strategy at night. Secondly, the Forex market, that is the currency market, the dollar, the yen, the Swiss franc, New Zealand dollar. So that can also be traded. Actually has 50-to-1 leverage. So with futures and Forex, that has leverage. Futures, roughly 20-to-1. Forex, roughly 50-to-1. So essentially, if an investor has $2,000 to invest, that $2,000 will act like $100,000 in the market at 50-to-1 leverage. So you're more, you have more buying power and efficient with the capital that you're going to use. So those are just some opportunities to use different assets for income strategies in the market, Scott.
All right. Josh Lilquist is with us, once again, president of Online Trading Academy here in Denver. Hey, text now, 210-210. Get your 2 free tickets to an upcoming class. As Josh mentioned, there are just a couple of hours. And, folks, I think it starts out investing in yourself. It's time to do that. And just to, take a couple of hours to learn about this. Hey, see if it's a good fit for you. But I'm telling you, this is a great company with an outstanding reputation. We've done work with them for many, many years. And again, all you have to do is text 210, text investing to 210-210 and get your 2 free tickets. Josh, you mentioned currency there, and I almost forgot because I had a gentleman tell me he wanted to ask you this, and then we'll kind of get back on track here. But this whole cryptocurrency thing, a lot of people, feel like they understand it. Many people know nothing about it and have stayed away from it. And we don't have to get real heavy into it, but just any general thoughts on all this cryptocurrency?
I like it. I think it's I think it's the future coming up with digital assets or digital money. I mean, quite frankly, it's already digital right now. I mean, what does everybody have in their wallet right now? Credit card, Visa, MasterCard. That's digital anyway. So I do believe cryptocurrency is here to stay, but it's still, I believe it's still in the adoption phase. It's actually been around since, 2011, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I actually got into the crypto market in 2017. So it's a market that there's a lot of opportunity, but there is a lot of cryptocurrency coins, we'll call it, or projects that will be just like the dot-com bubble. They'll disappear, and there's going to be a standing few that stick around. You got your Bitcoins, your Ethereum, your different blockchains like Solana. There's a lot of different cryptos out there, so it's almost like choosing the right project right now. What most people have done with the crypto market, and I've actually talked with a lot of people that got in the crypto market back in 2020, maybe 2021, and the crypto market is doing the same thing as stock market. It's dropped a whole bunch. I mean, Bitcoin is actually down 68% from its highs back in 2021. So, but there are still opportunities. It's just using a strategy that can be used for any market condition. Online Trading Academy has a strategy that's designed to follow the big money in the financial markets, whether you're trading stocks or options or futures or Forex or cryptocurrency. So people that want to get in the crypto market, there's still a way to do that, but you need a strategy, a step-by-step strategy to do that. So we have that strategy. We call it our core strategy at Online Trading Academy, to make those smart investing decisions, and no matter which asset you trade. But yeah, the crypto market, I believe it's here to stay. It's just which ones are the right ones, and that's the things that we analyze. We actually have a program on cryptocurrency at Online Trading Academy as well.
Okay, great. Anything else we need to cover on that topic?
Not necessarily crypto, but
Okay.
I want to go back a little bit to those income strategies that people are looking to use in the markets.
All
You know,
right.
I was talking about stocks earlier. I don't want to poo-poo on stocks because they are a great asset. But there's another way to be more efficient with stocks, and it's called options. Options are essentially buying contracts on stocks. So you don't necessarily own the shares, you control them. So there's different income strategies. If you like stocks, to essentially, I would say essentially buy stock at a discount, but also being leveraged, essentially using less capital. So people that do like stocks, I don't want to, if you're not familiar with futures and Forex, you can still be in the stock market, but why not use the options market to be more efficient with your capital? Options has roughly anywhere from right around 10 to 1 leverage. So you're efficient with capital. You can do more with less. So people that are looking for income strategies, we introduce you to that, to these investing classes that we've been giving away tickets to by texting the word investing to 210 210. We introduce all these different techniques and concepts for income strategies in the markets with every single asset.
Right. And, you know, to wrap up this segment, it is pretty easy to see why people find that trading and investing is challenging without the proper strategies, correct?
You're 100% correct. It's really easy to get in the market. There's millions of people have entered the markets the past few years, and I would believe millions will probably exit the markets if they don't have that strategy. It's all about longevity in the financial markets. If you're listening right now and you want to improve that lifestyle, you need a strategy that will give you longevity. It's not a get rich quick thing. It's if you want to be able to build wealth, you have to do that over time. And the great thing about the markets, it allows people to have that opportunity. But you do, like you said, Scott, need a strategy that's designed to have longevity, but follow the banks, institutions, which we might cover up here in a little bit in the next segment here.
All right, that sounds great. Hey, folks, text right now, investing to 210 210. Get your 2 free tickets. And to Online Trading Academy here in Denver, their number is 888-682-6466. If you have questions, again, Josh Lillquist is with us, the president of Online Trading Academy here in Denver. And we'll be back with more with Josh right after this.